Okay.
Okay.
See, maybe this will add more light. I don't know. So this is Lexis Lindsay Patrick, aka Lou. She is my niece, and she is awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. We just had a really cool sunrise, and when I say cool, I mean freezing cold.
It's very cold. My toes, I can't feel them. It's okay.
And there's actually snow around
On the ground.
on the ground
The car and everything.
for the first little bit of snow anyway this year. But it was a really awesome conversation. I appreciate being able to talk to you out there. Lou, before we get started, I want you to know that I really do think you're awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to do my best not to get hyper emotional or like cry a ton. But I really am grateful that we have had the relationship that we've had. I mean, I remember when you were just a tiny kid. I mean, not even a kid, you were a baby, right? How weird is that? That I knew you as a baby, and
I kind of see you as my brother.
Yeah, it's like a weird older brother. I know, I get it.
Well, you lived with us for a little bit, so
that's true. That's really true. Yeah, I remember when you were going around just going ladder, dadder, 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 ladder, dadder, ladder, dadder.
I've seen videos.
Yeah. I thought it was the cutest sound on the whole planet. So anyway, it's really cool how many experiences we've got to have with each other. And even though, I lived in Florida for the longest time, I'm glad now we get to hang out and do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Not that we're doing this all the time because it's cold and
it's
early.
Freezing, but I mean, we still do a lot of stuff. So.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. I've got a couple questions for you. I would like to ask you about and just get some perspective from you and see what you think.
Yeah.
So what is your view on darkness and light metaphorically?
Well, I feel like people always think about darkness and light, even when it's just brought up, as a metaphor. Like, I think it's one of the biggest metaphors that's been used because, like, even with Christ, like, that's one of the first things he made is darkness. And then he made the light. And to have the comparison, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of good things that can come from having the light, but without the darkness, it's not gonna happen. Like, you need both. Well, and while the light is a lot nicer to be in, like, you're gonna have to be in the darkness every once in a while. Even like with the sunrise kind of idea, the sun rises every morning, but it sets every night. Like, you're gonna have that period of darkness, but you just have to be hopeful that light will come again.
That's really true. That's a whole lot of wisdom in there. Impressive amounts of wisdom, Lou. I just read Genesis and Moses this last week, actually, because I was like, wait, what was the first thing he made? How did this go down exactly? So that's cool that you've been thinking about that. Okay, what have you experienced any sunrises in your life based on that metaphor?
Yeah. Middle school was really, really hard for me. I did not like middle school.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time with having friends, and oh my gosh, I'm getting really emotional.
Hey, I'll be there with you soon.
But I was having a hard time with friends. I was having a hard time with mental health. Just like, I was depressed, and there was one point where I thought about not wanting to be alive. And not a lot of people know that, but I thought about it, and I feel like my sunrise was cross country, which is like kind of, a lot of people wouldn't understand, but like, just Like, one of my first practices, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna hate this. This is gonna be the worst. Like, why would I ever want to run? And I remember going, and everyone was just so happy. And, like, everyone wanted to get to know me, everyone wanted to know my name. And I didn't do that, like, that fantastic at practice, but I wasn't in the very back, so I felt like I succeeded at something. And so I, like, kept wanting to come back. Like, the first week was hard because it was physically taxing, but then after the first week, like, I kept wanting to come back and kept wanting to come back to the point where I quit my other sport, soccer, to be on the cross country team. And now I'm doing really well with it, and it's been really good. But, like, it changed. I feel like if I didn't get involved in cross country, like, a lot of my life would have changed, and I think my darkness would have been still going. So,
Man, that's so cool that you experienced that. That, man. It makes a difference if you can, if you feel like you're loved and welcomed
definitely.
and like, I was thinking about the times that I've had struggles with a lot of what you're talking about, especially with uh, depression or anything related to like suicidal thoughts, things like that. And man, that's like that's real darkness, especially to
Yeah.
experience that when you're in middle school, Lou. That's so hard. I didn't have any kind of feelings like that until I was in late high school or college. You know,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're.
Okay.
That's no. I mean, I'm glad. I'm grateful that you're as wise as you are because I. Oh man, I've been thinking about my son a lot. Naturally, you see
Yeah,
August and
because
you're like,
August.
yeah, this is a goofy little boy. He's just a goofy little kid. But he's gonna grow up in a world that is so much harder than the one that I grew up in. And even,
Yeah.
you've
Probably
been
harder
grow
than what I'm growing up in because it's slowly getting worse.
yeah, it's definitely
There's a
getting
lot of good stuff in this world, but
yeah.
overall it's been really hard.
Yeah, the contrast, right? That's what we were
Yeah.
talking about. It's getting more uh obvious and stark. But yeah, I think about what he goes through some of the time and or will go through and I know it's going to be tough, but at the same time I'm grateful that you can learn that kind of stuff and now you have it like at
Yeah.
this
It's
age of your
past.
life. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're all going to keep experiencing
Oh,
adversity,
definitely. But,
but
like, because I've gone through that, like, and I know how that felt, and now I know that, like, the better side of it where, yeah, I still have a little bit of depression, but I know how to deal with it, I think. Like, my dad has helped me a lot, and then, like, all my friends, and I've tried to learn, like, that's why psychology is so important to me. Like, that's why I want to, like, pursue that,
yeah.
is because I can help other people with
Yeah.
it. But, like,
Let me ask you this. How many people do you think that you've been able to help because you went through that?
mm, I don't know, like, I don't want to,
I'm giving
yeah.
you open rights to brag, all
Well,
right?
no, I'm not saying that, like, you never know how much you've, like,
Right.
impacted someone until later down the road. So, like, I don't want to say something and have it be wrong, but I think that I've helped quite a few people because I know that there's, like, a couple of girls that have felt like me
Yeah.
that I've tried to talk to, and we have a joke in our friend group that I'm the therapist of the group because of, like, just how my dad is and then how much I try to give advice.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's unwanted, but, that's with everything. But I feel like I have a valid opinion on some of this stuff, and I genuinely try to help people. I know that I've helped 2 or 3 people with, like, one of my friends, his brother went on a mission and they were really, really close, and he's not close with the rest of his family. And he's, like, having a hard time with that. but like I've been trying to help him through with that, and I feel like he's gotten happier.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I don't know. Like it's him. He was the one experiencing it, but I feel like as a person, like he seems happier around people. But I don't know. Like I feel like you often have the most impact on people that you don't expect to have an impact on.
Yeah. Wow.
So like I don't know
Who else you've been able to
Yeah.
impact? But the thing that I'm thinking about and wanting to get at is that you are the kind of person that does something about, like, when you grow and you have, new experiences that help you to become stronger, you actually take that and you use it to lift somebody else. And I think that's
I try
really
to.
beautiful. Yeah, you try to, right?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, is that you're trying. Man, that's so awesome, Lou. You're a really good example to me of that.
Me
Um, okay, well, what about the word wholehearted? What does it mean to be wholehearted?
Well, like my life kind of revolves around sports, and so like I think about it in sports kind of
Yeah, in
way.
terms, yeah.
But like wholehearted is like sorry, giving it your all, like especially in cross country. I always like to watch the races, like even like the JV races, because there's always that one kid who it doesn't matter like where they are on the team, what their time is, or like their placement. It could be the very last person, but they always like give it their all at the finish line. Like they've worked hard for the rest of it, but at the finish line, I love watching the finish line because even though you're hurting, you're physically hurting for cross country. Like you give it your all, you move as fast as you can, you put yourself into even more pain if needs be to give it your all and like try and help the team, especially if you're higher up. Like it's one of my definitions of wholehearted is just like leaving nothing in your own reservoir to go help everyone else.
Yeah.
Which I know you still need to like take care of yourself, but like I feel like if you can help someone else, you need to be completely like you need to give everything instead of just hold back.
One of the coolest things about that equation, though, is that you get a lot in return, right? Like the feeling that
Definitely.
you get from doing those things. Like, what does that feel like to you?
I mean, like, I'm gonna just keep talking in cross country
That's
terms
fine.
because it's a lot easier to explain. But like when you cross the finish line and you just get to be like done and you're proud of yourself. Because like I feel like every race that you don't do that, you feel slightly disappointed. Even though it's not a bad time, you get a good place, like whatever. If you don't do that, then you like have a little bit of regret, like, oh, I could have gone a little bit faster. Oh, I
Yeah.
could have beat this one more person. But like if you just put yourself out there and you like get it done, you can just say, yeah, I didn't get the time or place that I wanted, but like there's nothing else I can do. I've done everything. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Okay, so who's somebody that is wholehearted from your perspective, and how have they impacted your life?
there's a lot of people in my life that are wholehearted, like my sister being one of them. But like one of the people that were actually huge for me when I first went to high school, like who helped me through my middle school stuff, was a girl named Kayla Fuller.
Yeah.
She was in my ward. She was a senior when I was a freshman, but she's at college right now, and she's her life motto was the one, like I can't remember who said it. It's a quote by one of the authority. It said, "Live your life in such a way that if people who don't know him know you, want to know him because of you," and like stuff like that.
Wow.
And she just was like so kind, so caring. she was still like funny and sarcastic and still had like that kind of witty type of, she wasn't like the Molly Mormon, but she had like her belief in the gospel, and then she like worked hard outside like of the gospel. It's not just the gospel, it's like in school she worked hard. I remember her staying late like 3 times because she was like making sure that she got a good grade for her AP class and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why I want to take it. Like I wanted to take AP classes because I want to be more like her. And like she was doing everything possible to make sure that she could get somewhere in life. Like that now she's going to college and she's going to USU, I think. I'm pretty sure. And she's like got a really good scholarship. Now she's like moving on with her life to go and help people, which is amazing. So,
And yeah, she sounds like a really good example. And the impact that she had on you, I'm
yeah.
grateful for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh wow. Well, okay, what are you doing in your own life to be wholehearted?
I'm working on being more opinionated, which is like kind of a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I'm gonna keep up bringing up middle school because that was an interesting part of my life. But I feel like in middle school I was really quiet, and like I just agreed with what people said.
Yeah.
And I just like was the background character, which I feel like you can be like that kind of person if you feel comfortable. But like going into high school, I want to be more opinionated, and like actually my one thing is I've got to tell someone like what they're doing to annoy me instead of not talk about it, because I feel like I can help the people around me if I'm just honest with them. So like in order to be honest with them, I feel like I need to be a little bit more voiced and like opinionated, and like, and then at the same, like on the flip side of that, in order to be more voiced and opinionated, I actually need to like learn more stuff, so then I actually have a valid opinion. Like I can't talk about stuff that I don't know anything about, like, and I can't be mad at someone for something I don't know anything about. Like if I don't know about anything about them, like I can't be upset. And so I've been trying to work on having no judgment until I get to know them like as best as I can. And then I can decide whether or not like, oh, I think that like, and if you get to know them, you're obviously going to like them a little bit. But like, I think that I'm not going to be as close friends with you because I feel like you might be a bad influence. But like, I have to get to know them first.
Yeah.
Before I decide that. And I think that has helped me with wholehearted living, and then helped people around me because I have like a very small group of friends. Like it's like a core group, and then like we have a bunch of extended friends that we can invite to do stuff. But like we've all given each other like attributes, and the one attribute I got was loyal, which is huge because I've been working really hard for that. And like, this is probably not answering your question at
No,
all,
this is definitely answering the question.
But like I got loyal, and that's like the one thing that I want to, but I want to make sure that I'm loyal to people that deserve it. So like it took a lot of time to get to be close friends with even 4 of those girls, because like, and it took it was kind of hard because it took quite a bit of time, because like there was a time that I was just the one person that got called when they were doing a big group. I wasn't close to anyone, but like I started to get closer to people because they started to be in a vulnerable spot, because like as high school girls are, there's a lot of drama and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was that one person that was like I wasn't, because I wasn't really close to anyone, I wasn't involved in the drama, so I was that one person everyone could talk to, which got me closer with Chloe, especially because she had a big blow up during freshman year with she thought was one of her best friends, and like didn't go too well, and she came and talked to me about it because I had her in one of my classes and we did cross country together and stuff. And I've gotten super close with her. And like, but like in order to be close with her, I had to make sure that she was kind of the people that I wanted to like hitch my wagon to. Like, it was kind of hard. I feel like it was hard for her to get close to me. I don't really get out all that much unless I like know who's going to be there and like if I want to be around them and stuff. So it was kind of hard. She kept inviting me to stuff and like she put in a lot of effort. But like I was kind of skeptical. But like now we're really good friends and like I can tell her everything and stuff like that, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I've strayed a lot from the question, but it's okay.
No, you just given examples of how, like proving the point though. That's really beautiful, Lou. I think it's cool that it's you could be loyal.
Oh my gosh.
Or loyal Lou.
Loyal Lou.
Loyal Lou.
That's pretty good.
I like that too. Loyal doesn't really roll.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, it's kind of hard to, yeah.
I don't think I've looked at the camera once.
That's okay. Lou, thanks for sharing all that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's cool how many things you've said that either are things that I'm trying to work on right now, like the opinion thing, for example. Like that, I know you're saying like it sounds silly to say, but really, I'm also trying to have more of an opinion about things. And
well, it just solves a lot of problems because if you're not opinionated about something, like even something small, like what color you're gonna wear or like what you're gonna eat, and like someone else makes the decision, like you're gonna hold even that little bit of resentment and be like, oh, I actually wanted to go here, but you didn't say anything, so it's not their fault, it's your own fault, but you're projecting like your feeling on them. Like, so it's stupid stuff. Like, me and Maddie fight over clothes now, which never happened before because, like, I just didn't say anything. But now I say, no, I'm going to wear that today. And she's like, no, I'm not. No, you're not. I'm going to wear that today. I'm like, no, you're not. But, like, it's small stuff like that where if you're more opinionated, it will solve the problem.
Yeah.
Or maybe it creates a little bit of a problem, but at least you're being honest.
Yeah. In the long run, it's better.
In the long run, it's better.
Yeah. Plus, it's helping you to identify a little bit more of who you are.
Yeah.
Right? By saying you have an opinion and deciding those things, like that tells a little bit more about who you are.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I just need to learn more about certain stuff in order to have an opinion. Like politics, no opinion on politics right now because I don't know anything about it. So I probably need to learn because I'm getting closer to the age of accountability of like
voting and
when
everything.
I can vote. And, like, all my friends talk about politics.
Oh, really?
Which is kind of weird because I feel like they don't really know that much about it either. But they at least have some sort of opinion on it. Like some of the guys in my group like have watched some of the debates and like they talk about it, and well, it makes like they're teenage boys, so obviously they're gonna be kind of opinionated in the wrong. Like they're not gonna be completely informed and stuff. Like at least they're trying to get informed, which I don't know. I feel like I need to do. Opinions mean a lot to me.
Good. Yeah, I mean, what it comes down to is choice.
Yeah.
And that's something that your agency is crucial.
Oh, definitely.
Like that's how you find real fulfillment is by being really great at making decisions.
Mm-hmm. And making the right decision.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to make a lot of the wrong decisions.
You're going to make a lot of the wrong
everyone
decisions.
has to, but
like if you're informed, you're going to be more likely to make the right decision. Which is why I like science and psychology and all that stuff, is because it's all about getting informed so you can make the right decision.
Yeah.
which a lot of people don't really like science or psychology. They like math because they all get the same outcome. But like, I just like, I don't know.
Oh, Lou, this has been awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I love you so much.
Me too, Chase.